just to give you a quick overview, what's the problem right now? Well, the Northeast Texas Public Health District, we in public health, look at the concurrent epidemic of obesity and sedentary lifestyle as probably the greatest threat to the health of the citizens of Tyler, Smith County, the state of Texas, and the United States. And another alarming fact is that doctors who take care of children basically feel like now that this is going to be the generation where they don't live as long as we do or our parents did. So we think instead of our life expectancy going up, it's going to start to slip. Well, what are the stats about obesity right now in our country? Well, roughly, I'd say over 25% of our nation is considered to be obese. So that's a big figure, and it's grown since the CDC started keeping stats on this in 1985. There's a great chart that goes along with that, and you can just see the obesity epidemic growing state by state in our United States since 1985, since they started keeping these figures. But just to give you just some quick facts here and numbers. The #1 state right now in the United States that is the most obese is Mississippi. They have 33% of their population is considered to be obese. And you think, well, that's good, thank goodness that's not Texas. We're number 13. We're 29%. So you can kind of tell the numbers are not that far apart. And just in terms of demographics, African American population, 37.6% of Texas African Americans are considered obese. 34% of Latinos are considered obese. 25.8% of whites are considered obese. 20.4% of our adolescents, 10 to 17-year-olds, are considered obese. 20%, 1/5 of our adolescents. And those of you who are in the baby boomer crowd, when we were growing up, we went outside and our mom sent us outside until it was dinner time to go play. I had a little chance to be chubby in my days, but there was too much. There weren't video games. There wasn't a whole lot on TV, so we were told to get outside and play in the afternoon, and that's kind of the way we kept our weight down. Just in terms of overweight, not just obese, but overweight, 2/3 of Texans are either overweight or obese. 2/3, ladies and gentlemen. Just a couple more stats here. So, what's the upshot of all this? Well, I see my friend Fag Sanford back there. Dr. Sanford's a cardiologist. Well, he can tell you what he's seeing in his office right now, but if you're obese, you have double the odds of coronary artery disease, of stroke, most cancers except for lung, joint problems, gallstones. You have double the death and complications for any type of surgery, pregnancy, and illness. And then you get the triple odds. Type 2 diabetes. Dr. Huggins back there will tell you that when she was training as a pediatrician, she showed a picture in one of our sessions of the diabetic when she was a kid, when she was training, and it's somebody who's about this big around. Now, then she asked, what about type 2 diabetes? They said, you're not going to see that in your lifetime. Right now, type 2 diabetes, if you're obese, you have triple the odds of being a type 2 diabetic, of hypertension, high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, and sleep apnea. So the odds of when this problem's out there. Cost estimate, and I think this may be very understated, $10.5 billion per year for being obese. That's what's costing us in our country. So the reality is that if we don't come together as a community, as a state, and as a nation, this problem is going to bankrupt us, literally. So we must come up with a solution to this.